Welcome to the first episode of Operation Curvy Calories.
Hi guys, it's your girl Curvy Calories, and today we are going to go over Amberlynn's part 2 Q&A. So go ahead and get your 0-calorie water and get your snack and meet me back here. Don't forget your KFC bowls, of course. And let's go ahead and dive into this next video.
So this one might be a little shorter than the last one. I guess we'll see when it comes to like editing and stuff. Oh my god, my hair. Girl, I know you guys will say she looks the same as always, but everyone's their own worst.
She does? I mean, you know, she's looking like she did back in 2019 where she was bedbound. Her hair is extremely greasy. It's not brushed. And when she turns her head to the side, it looks like it's already started to mat a little bit. It could just be where her hair is naturally curly, but it does look like she has not brushed it. So I can definitely see her having the short bits of hair like she did last time where she had to brush it out and lost a lot of hair, a lot of breakage. You know, and her face looks a little puffy today, but that could just be, you know, from not moving a lot. But yeah, she's right. She does look the same.
Enemy. I posted another community post asking you guys to ask me some questions and whatnot. So we're gonna answer a few of those for today's video.
Which I don't know why you do that, because it's not like you really answer her questions. You ask us to send you in questions. You only answer like 3 questions, and you don't even really answer them. You kind of like dance around the question. I guess that's how, you know, I don't know if I'm wording that right, but you know, she picks and chooses what she wants, and she always picks the most trauma-filled one at the end, apparently. So
well, I'm sorry that there's like no vlogs and stuff. Like, that's definitely understandable, I hope, because your girl can't walk correctly. I mean, I can walk and all that. People are asking like, can you walk at all? Yes, but what I am assuming is a high ankle sprain based on the fact that my leg is now hurting a little bit, like the pain is radiating up to my leg. Oh, by the way, I did talk to my primary care doctor, and she said that, you know, everything I'm experiencing and what I'm doing is perfect, and what I'm experiencing is normal for a high ankle sprain, which means I tore the ligaments that are more higher, like above the ankle, which is harder to heal. She said that what I'm doing is perfect, but if I notice that in like 3 more weeks, like there's no improvement, then I need to take more further steps and see more specialists and stuff like that. So today is day 9 of this happening.
see, that's what doesn't make sense to me. And I forgot to turn off my air conditioner. It's so hot in here. Anyway, that doesn't make sense to me. So is it a sprain, or did you tear the ligament? Because it's 2 different things. You can't use them interchangeably. You know, a sprain is just where you stretch the ligament or it has a tiny tear in it. The way that she's been talking about this injury is that she completely tore it. Like, torn away from the bone, torn half, everything. So it's like, you know, which is it? You can't really, I guess you can say it's a torn ligament, but I don't think she really tore the ligament. She probably just stretched it out. But you don't know because she didn't go get no type of, you know, imaging done, which she didn't see an orthopedic, you know, and the pain that she's feeling now, not that I'm invalidating her pain, but it's probably just the aftermath. If like, you know, you guys ever been in like a mild car accident, or you know, you just slip and fell, like days later you'll feel the pain, or the next day you'll feel it, you know, and that could be what's happening here, is her not moving enough, and her sitting and everything else could cause her pain as she's moving around more. I mean, you never know. You really never know with her.
This did happen on August 16th, Tuesday night. and it's been over a week now, and I can say walking has gotten easier. Walking obviously hurts, but what I noticed that hurts the most is when I'm sitting like in a chair. I mean, I haven't really sat in a chair. I've obviously sat in the toilet and I've sat on my bed, but when I sit in that position when my feet are on the ground, that is when it hurts the most. Look at this baby. Yeah, so neat.
Probably because you're putting pressure on the foot. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna hurt regardless. You sprained it.
Oh my god, I love her so much. Okay, now I'm just like totes rambling about my ankle, but I just want to give like random updates for you guys. I'm still icing it, resting, elevating, not putting, you know, too much weight on it and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. Now let's get into some of these questions. Would you consider talking through your stories and poems and explaining them? You don't like writing advice, but maybe you could explain your writing and that might give a lick of understanding to people. Maybe I could do that. I know my poetry from years ago is so bad and so cringy. And something I'm actually thinking of doing is taking those long-winded, cringy, horrible poems and transferring them into the person I am today and the writer that I am today. Because my writing today is...
I would like to see her do... I would like to see her do the Rain and Petals Eavesdrop poem. I would pay for that, actually. I would pay for that.
So drastically different to the way that I used to write. So I was kind of thinking about, you know, taking a poem, rewriting it, and doing like a before and after and maybe sharing that with you guys. I think that would be really fun because I love poetry. I've always loved poetry, but the way that I write is so different from how I used to write, and I don't really share any current poetry. I've shared a couple things and people have really loved and enjoyed that, but like my old stuff, totes cringy. People make fun of it. I even make fun of it, so I completely understand. But yeah, that could be something
Yeah, we've all made fun of it. We've all made fun of it. It is very cringy. I wouldn't even call half of those poems, to be honest, but that's just me.
I would be interested in, because I write a lot in like metaphors. It used to be so much worse, and a lot of people are like, what does this mean? So I understand why you'd want me to explain my writing a little bit more, so that could be something I do in the future. Would you ever consider if you guys hear my cat purring, she's literally purring, making bread on my arm. Would you ever consider talking more about your childhood, telling stories or something similar? I feel like a lot of people, myself included, could find something relatable or insightful in that. I have thought about sharing more about my past, but I just feel like, especially like the serious stuff, I don't know, I'm super vulnerable like when it comes to that. Like I share a lot with you guys and everything I say either gets twisted, nitpicked, I'm called a liar, etc. And I feel like when it comes to my childhood, I kind
of because you do lie? It's not okay. So it's not necessarily what you're saying is what people are saying you're lying about. It's how you're coming off. It's how you're wording it. Okay? Sure, maybe Becky might not have been worried about it, but at the same time, you did not have to mention Becky's name. You could have just said my ex. You know, there's always ways around it to be more respectful of other people. I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure living with you for like, I don't know, 4 years that Becky did, I'm pretty sure Becky has a lot of juice on you or a lot of tea, you know? And she's being completely respectful. I get you want to tell your story, but just leave Becky's name out of it. You know, just like if I were to talk about my story with my ex, I wouldn't say their name. You know, I would leave that completely blank because now you opened up the gate for Becky to be attacked over a obvious lie, because Becky already said that she tried to get you to go. You know, other people that cared about you tried to get you to go. And I know I saw a video, it was a couple of days ago, and it was where you talked about, you Googled your symptoms, you showed it to one of your friends, and they told you not to worry about it, so you didn't. So, I mean, and I can pull up, like I said in my last video, I can pull up countless videos where you're saying, I'm sorry, I lied, looking at all of my lies, whatever it is. So it's no wonder why people think you're lying all the time.
Refrain from sharing majority of it. I know you guys have heard a lot of it, but just imagine there's so much that I haven't told you that I'm scared to tell you. I'm not sure that I should, because I know people are super just into, you know, theories and conspiracies and twisting everything I say, and I find that to be very frustrating, and I don't want my childhood and the trauma that I went through to be a topic of discussion in that regard, because I feel like it's inappropriate, I feel like it's rude, I feel like it's triggering, and I just don't like it. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. Have you
Then don't post it online. Period. If you're not open for people to, respond or comment on anything, don't post it online. You're never going to stop somebody from having an opinion. It doesn't matter if, you had cancer. It doesn't matter if you had a limb cut off. You could have had your arm removed and people would still talk crap, because that's what people do on the internet. You can never stop people from doing that. And if you're not ready to be open to the fact that people are going to have an opinion, don't put it online. Just leave it. And I noticed the past couple of videos, she talks about some heavy stuff and does not put a trigger warning. When you have people in your audience that could be, you just said yourself, your childhood super triggering. You might have people in your audience that had a triggering childhood, and hearing about those kind of things will trigger them. That's why you put a trigger warning. And you talk so much about rules and everything. I mean, people can report your videos for not having trigger warnings. You can get them removed off of YouTube. Definitely put trigger warnings if you're going to talk about that kind of stuff. Seriously.
you consider getting weights so you can at least keep your arms active while you're sitting in bed all day? I actually have not thought of getting weights, but I do have like armbands and such, so I do have that. But maybe I could get some weights. That's probably actually a really good idea.
You don't use them?
I have been doing like these like punch exercises and like arm ups. My girlfriend's trying to support me through all that, because you know what? A couple hours ago, I had another emotional anxiety breakdown, and I've been feeling very defeated, honestly. And she's trying her best to, be like, babe, it's okay.
Which means that she's been binge eating. Every time she says that she had this mental anxiety breakdown, it means that she's binged eat. So I'm pretty sure she's gained quite a bit of weight sitting here on the couch, not really exercising. I'm pretty sure she's not exercising.
And just support me in any way that she can. When it comes to physical stuff, she's definitely trying to support me with like arm exercises and things like that. But yeah, this is honestly, like, physically it fucking sucks, but mentally it's been torture. Like torture. I feel trapped mentally and physically, and it's just horrible. Can you accept that your weight, although it may not have to do with your initial trip? Absolutely.
Which we know you're not doing it, because you even admitted yourself in a couple of videos ago that, your girlfriend's been trying to force you to go walking and you wouldn't go. So the whole support, yeah, your girlfriend's probably like, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. And you're probably like, hell no, go get me some food. Excuse my language, I'm sorry. But, nobody can lose the weight for you. You have to be the one to do it regardless of the situation. Regardless if you are injured right now. When, I was sick and everything, I still worked out. I still watched what I ate. It's just full of excuses.
Affected how severe your injury was because of physics, and how you're able to recover not being able to use crutches, boots, scooters, etc. Okay, so in my first video talking about my injury, I made it very apparent that I am completely aware of the fact that the way that I heal and what I'm doing to heal is very much because of my weight. I was the first one to bring that to the YouTube attention. Like, so you guys don't have to tell me that. Yes, I'm very aware. I can't use crutches because I can't hold my body strength. You know, that's why I have to use a cane. You know, I can't wear a boot or a cast because they don't make them for people my size, which I feel like they should. That's very important because people my size do fall. People with lymphedema do fall. I just do not believe that my weight plays a role in the actual injury. I was vlogging, I was walking, and I stepped off of the curb. Literally it. That is one of the most common ways. Google it, do research, talk to your doctor, do anything you need to, but that is one of the most common ways that people tear ligaments in their ankle is stepping off of curbs. And I did it without acknowledging that I was doing it because I wasn't paying attention. So no, I do not blame my weight for the injury, but I blame my weight, and I will be blaming my weight for the prolonged healing process. I just hate that like my weight is brought up in every sort of situation. It just becomes really frustrating.
You know, and it's a very touchy situation because you might not know, but you know, weight does play a part in getting injured. And I'm not saying that her weight necessarily caused her to get this sprain, but it did play a large part in the severity of it. I don't think that if she was a little bit smaller that it would have, you know, been as bad, because you have to think about, you know, like somebody said, physics. When you're stepping down on a curb and your ankle rolls, you're rolling with 500 pounds of weight, of dead weight on your ankle. So, you know, absolutely weight does play a huge role in how bad you're injured. Not necessarily causing the injury, but of the severity of it. Versus if you were a skinnier person, you know, and if you fell the exact same way as she did, and, you know, same physics, they probably would have been hurt a little bit less because they have less body weight and pressure on that spot. So, I mean, absolutely weight does play a huge part in it. You know, it is what it is. I get she doesn't want to believe that, which is fine. Believe what you want. Any doctor will tell you that if you were smaller, it wouldn't be so severe. But, you know, of course, that's just me being... I'm just a fat person being fat phobic, apparently, so...
Frustrating because it's like, I'm more than my weight. I am a human being. And I just feel like when people, a lot of you, not all of you, but I feel like a lot of you just look at me as a fat, morbidly obese, lazy ass bitch. Like, that's how I feel. And that's just not, that's not it. There's so much more to me than my weight. I could have very well been injured because my shoes were unstable. Like, it could have been anything. But for some reason, people are like, no, because of your weight. While there's thousands and thousands of skinny people weekly getting the same exact injury the same exact way that I did.
See, and that's the thing, is that you're more worried about other people. You're more worried about skinnier people. You know, just worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. You know, at the end of the day, it was you, you know, in your big body. And, you know, it's nobody's fault but yours. Honestly, you should have just been paying attention. I mean, when I watched the video, you did seem like you were paying attention. You did keep looking down, so I'm not sure how you missed the curb. But that's just me. But I did notice that she doesn't tie her shoelaces. So, with that being said, that's probably what happened, is that your shoes were probably not on right. They probably shifted. You know, you only have yourself to blame. At the end of the day, it is Amberlynn's fault.
Do you think we, in parentheses, actual supporters, will ever get couple content? Like your girlfriend does your makeup or anything like that? See, this is hard for me because it's like, I would love for you guys to meet my girlfriend, but her and I both agree that this is just not a safe place for her. And the way that people have conspirized, is that a word? Amberisms, the way that people like theorize and like make up rumors and like things like that, when all you guys have literally seen is like her hand, her arm, her legs, like the way that you guys have already treated her is, when I say you guys, I am specifically talking about.
Oh, and if you guys hear the noise in the background, I'm sorry. It is so hot in my room. So you're hearing my air conditioner, but it's like on the lowest setting. But it still may affect the sound, and I'm so sorry. It is just so hot. You could tell my little face is so red. But anyway.
A large portion of like the hater nation, the way that you guys have already treated her has been kind of horrific. So I don't want her involved in that. I protect the people I love. Like when my mom was here for a couple months during my whole cancer story, like she was totally fine with being on camera. She was like, yeah, I'll be in your videos, but I would not allow it. I protect those I love, and I'm not going to put my girlfriend through that anytime soon. If it wasn't for the craziness that surrounds my channel, we would definitely be more open to.
I mean, that was your fault. That was your fault that she got treated the way that she was treated. I mean, you drug her into all of that drama with Becky. You know, it's the same girl that you rebound with right after Becky. So, of course. And, you know, she's a feeder. She brings you junk food. She's supposed to be this athletic person that was supposed to help you lose weight. She was helping you lose weight at one time, but now she enables you, like 24/7 enables you. So, yeah, of course. Of course she's going to be hated. Everyone on the internet, it has some sort of hate. I mean, you're not above anybody else. She's not above anybody else. It's the internet. If you really take the hate comments so seriously, then YouTube is really not for you.
To her being in my videos 100%, but right now it's just, I don't want it to damage her mental health, the way she is as a person. I don't want it to ruin her confidence as a person. I know that the comments and some of the people who follow me are insanely horrible, like to the extreme, and I just want to protect her from that. And obviously there's other personal reasons that we don't want her in my videos currently. I do have her in some of my vlogs, like her voice and stuff like that. I know a lot of you do enjoy that, and it's appreciated. Those who are frustrated with that, I do find that to be kind of odd, because it's me just respecting what she wants, and I'm also respecting what I promised myself and what I promised her. And for those of you who respect us and our decisions and are accepting and patient regarding that, I appreciate you guys so much.
But you know, you lost our respect a long time ago. And let me bring up one thing. So you talk about that you protect the people that you love. What about Crystal? What about all the times that you forced Crystal into your videos? What happened to that? You forced Crystal like 24/7. She told you multiple times. And if you guys go back and watch all the videos with Crystal, you will hear Crystal say multiple times to not record her, but she did anyway. Even Destiny told you at times not to record her. So like when Destiny was in the shower and she said don't record me, you did anyway while she was naked. While she was using the restroom, you recorded her when you weren't supposed to be recording at your so-called full-time job, that you later made a video saying, I'm sorry, I lied, and then admitted that you only worked like a couple of days out of the week for only a couple of hours. You were recording there the entire time and eventually got fired for it. I think that's what you got fired for. And the girl named Libby that constantly told you to not record her, and you did anyway. All of the workers at that place that you worked at all told you the same thing, you still did it. So, did you not care about those people? It's a legitimate question. You know, legitimate question. Did you just not care about them? Even Becky? Like, the whole time in 2019 when Becky had the wrong medication, Becky, you know, was really out of it, you recorded her, which is really crap. It, you know, when somebody isn't even, like, you talk about, you know, your current girlfriend's mental space, but you didn't care about Becky. The way that Becky explained her experience, it's almost like she was in a medicated coma. And for you to record her during those times like that while she wasn't, you know, comprehending anything, that's crap. Oh, but that's right, because you didn't really like Becky. Girl, please. Okay. Let me just move on with this video. Let me just move on.
Are you planning on getting surgery for lymphedema removal? My boyfriend also has lymphedema and we've been looking into therapy/surgery. Sorry you're suffering with it too. Tell your boyfriend he's in my thoughts because I know how rough this is, especially trying to find treatment. And the fact that it's not curable is the part that really messes with my head, because it's like most things are curable. There's a medicine you could take or something you could do for it. But lymphedema is one of those things that you're stuck with forever. I do have a close friend of mine who did have lymphedema and she got it removed, but she still suffers with lymphedema. So it's, even a surgery can't fully take it away, but it's weird that you...
Isn't it funny that it's like every time somebody has something wrong, she also has something wrong with her. Like, for instance, now, I'm not saying none of it is true, okay? This is just my personal opinion, okay? Becky has mental issues. Amberlynn has mental issues. Becky's mom got cancer. Amberlynn got cancer. Amberlynn's friend has lymphedema. Amberlynn has lymphedema. Becky has high blood pressure. Amberlynn has high blood pressure. She admitted she used to have high blood pressure, and I still believe she has high blood pressure. So it's like this girl contracts everything that other people do or other people have. I wonder what's next.
You asked this because I have been trying to learn more about surgery when it comes to lymphedema. I do believe that it's insanely invasive. It's a very, very invasive surgery, so that kind of scares me. But if you guys look at the pros and cons, if I look at the pros and cons based on how bad lymphedema is versus the invasiveness of the surgery, I think that for some people surgery for lymphedema is the right choice. Other times it's like, is it really worth it? I think more so than anything, your boyfriend, I don't know really what he's going through, but I know that people with lymphedema, I know this is like, why am I giving advice? Because I've had lymphedema for years and I haven't even done this. You should see a lymphedema specialist. I know I need to. My doctor is referring me to one, which I'm super freaking excited, because it's like every doctor I see, they know what lymphedema is, but they don't know, you know, that's...
Then how do you know you have lymphedema? Legitimate question, guys, okay? Hang with me. If every doctor knows what lymphedema is, but doesn't know, how did you get diagnosed with it? How do you know it's just not water retention from the 6,000 plus milligrams of sodium that you're intaking? How were you diagnosed with it if you've never seen a specialist? And you just said it here. You've never seen a specialist. Your doctor knows but doesn't know about, they know what lymphedema is, but doesn't know anything else about it. So how was it that you were diagnosed many years ago with lymphedema? I don't believe that's what you have. I believe you just have water retention, which that's basically what lymphedema is. But, you know, she's right. There is no cure for lymphedema, but it is very manageable and controllable with diet and exercise, which is why they were sending her to a physical therapist. you know, and it's just things like that where she tells on herself. She tells on herself, and she's not catching the way that she's telling on herself. And when people will say, hey, well, you just said this, it's we're twisting her words. Nobody's twisting her words. She just said it. She's never seen a specialist. Her doctors know the word of lymphedema but doesn't know anything about it. So how were you actually diagnosed with it? If anybody can explain that to me, go ahead, because that doesn't make sense to me. A doctor that doesn't know about a condition cannot diagnose you. That's like having an ENT doctor diagnosing you with bipolar. Or, you know, an optometrist diagnosing you with, like, kidney disease or something. Come on.
That's why there's a specialist for that. So I'm excited because, like, I want to ask all the questions. I want to learn more knowledge. I want to know everything about lymphedema. I want to know what I can do to fix this. I have been doing lymphedema massages, so I don't know if your boyfriend is doing that at all, or...
Which is just a regular massage, guys. Don't let her fool you. It's literally a massage. Either you're going to do it with your hands or you're going to go get a massager off of Amazon. It's just a massage.
You could help him with that. I noticed that it helps a lot with the fluid and the swelling. So definitely look into that. There's actually lymphedema massage like kits that you can get on Amazon, which is really cool. So I recently bought some. Maybe I can show you guys in a future video, so let me know. But yes, very interested in learning more about the surgery.
You're never gonna get the surgery if you can't lose your weight. They're not gonna do surgery on you at your weight, you know. And guys, I'm not being fat phobic. As you guys saw, I did post a picture on my community tab about my before and after pictures of where I'm at currently in my weight loss journey. So as you guys know, I was almost 500 pounds myself. You know, no doctor can really put you under anesthesia safely because of your weight, you know, and there's always high risk factors. The same way when you watch like 1,000 Pound Sisters, you watch 600 Pound Life, they have to go down to a certain weight below 500 to get it done safely, because your weight, it causes a lot of stress and everything when you are under anesthesia. And by no means am I a doctor, but this is just from my experience and my research. And I do ask my own doctor about a lot of this stuff when I was, you know, going through my weight loss, which is how I know a lot of what I know. So everything I research, you know, but always consult your doctor about anything. Don't just take my words for advice. Definitely consult your doctor.
As well. Does the idea of actually losing the weight and needing to maintain the weight loss scare you? Yes. I sometimes have these moments where I'm like, every single day for the rest of my life, I have to choose to be on track. That thought is terrifying, because it's like, my whole life I haven't been able to stay on track. So what makes me think that one day it's just gonna click and I'm gonna be on track for the rest of my life, able to lose weight and maintain? It's hard, it's scary.
It's really not as scary as you think. If you are doing what you're supposed to, then what is there to be scared about? Just because, you know, you have a cheat day, like I have cheat days. There's been plenty of times where I have cheat days. You know, I allow myself usually, don't tell my husband, but I usually allow myself one cheat day out of the week, you know, and it doesn't affect my weight loss. Yeah, that next day I probably didn't lose weight, but I didn't gain 100 pounds, you know. And when I say cheat day, I don't mean like it's super horrible, but I might have like, you know, a little bit of ice cream or something, or like a little piece of chocolate, because you guys know from my previous videos, I talk about freezing candy, and, you know, when I freeze it, it lasts a lot longer. So currently I have peanut M&Ms in my freezer, and like, you know, a little box of it lasts me like 2 weeks. I'll go in there and get like 1 or 2 pieces at a time each day, or, you know, once a week, whatever it is. It just depends on how I'm feeling. So yeah, like one of the movie theater boxes will last me about like a week or 2 in the freezer, but there's nothing to be scared about. That's what prevents you from losing your weight. That's what prevents you from going on your weight loss journey, is always being constantly scared of nothing. You know, when you have all this support, there's nothing to be scared about.
Yeah, it's a scary thought, but it's possible. You know, just because it's scary, just because it's hard, it doesn't mean it's not possible. Why did you say you weren't the one striking channels, only to admit on Instagram that it was you and you do it again? So again, this is through the rumor mill, because I have admitted and I have said 1,000 different times that I did copyright.
Actually, when you did it, she actually did say that she never did that until, I can't remember what channel it was, but they actually showed proof that she was the one that did it. Then she made the video saying that she was the one that did it. So actually at first she did lie and say that she never copyrighted or copy striked that specific channel, when she did
Strike a channel. I have admitted that, I have shared that, I am not afraid to admit that.
And I might add you that she wrongfully copy strike them. And I do solely believe that the only reason why she is not going to do it again is because she's waiting for people that are actually against the rules. Because you do only have 3 times to falsely report somebody, I think, and then they'll remove her channel. So I think she's not going to do it until somebody actually breaks the rules, which that's nobody right now.
Or share that. So me mentioning it on Instagram is no different than the several videos that I talked about it. So I don't know what you're talking about. I never once said that I didn't do that, because I had a whole video literally titled that I copyrighted strike somebody. So this is again just more rumors, and it's just frustrating. Like, this whole rumor thing lately has been so insane, because so many people are like, I don't watch your videos on your channel, I watch them through reaction channels. And every single reaction channel has their own opinions, and they twist things that I say, and they create different narratives. So people aren't getting full information from me, instead they're getting information through.
Do you guys see how, like, when I'm talking, you can see my eyes moving around? That's because I have something on this other screen here that I'm looking at too. But you notice that when she goes to say something like a lie, she's constantly looking around the room, and I think it's because she got so used to Becky being around that she's like trying to watch what she's saying, because she thinks Becky's gonna pop up and be like, you're lying. You know, I just watched a video today, I can't remember which channel that it was. I want to say it was Positive PR, but there was a video of her and Destiny, and Amberlynn said, oh, we're going to work, and Destiny said, no, we're going to McDonald's, and Amberlynn was like, yeah, we're going to McDonald's. Like, it's stuff like that that kills me, because I think that's what she's waiting on, is that Becky to pop up and be like, no, you remember that one time that you did do it and they proved that you did, so then you had to come out and say that you actually did? That's you know, okay.
Reaction channels, and I'm like, y'all, it's just like rumors after rumors. It's insane, and no wonder why people think I'm lying. Like, this is a perfect prime example. Okay, so this is gonna be the last question for now. Have you been recognized in public? Was it a good or bad experience? How often does it happen? I have been recognized easily over 100 times at this point, and every single time it has been a good experience. It always starts with, are you Amberlynn Reed from YouTube, or are you on YouTube? Everyone always asks that. It's like they're never really like truly confident, like, is this Amberlynn? I don't know. But yeah, every experience has been good. There's the usual, oh my god, can I give you a hug? Can we take a picture? I've had people ask for my autograph, which actually the first time I was recognized in public with my girlfriend, someone asked for my autograph, and my girlfriend was like, oh my god, I cannot believe this is happening. So
I don't believe that. Okay, not for 1 minute, because if that was the real, you know, fact, they would have taken a picture of you two together. They would have taken a picture and posted it. There's just no way. I can't believe that somebody came up to you and your girlfriend here for an autograph and not take a picture.
I thought that was funny. And like, I was recognized in public several times when my mom was here to visit, and my mom was just like, my daughter's famous. I'm like, Mom, no. If you guys knew my mom, you guys would be obsessed with her. Like, everyone loves my mom. Everybody, it's crazy. But yeah, it's always really good experience. I've never had a bad one. So if you guys ever see me in public, definitely come up to me. I am probably more nervous than you are. I'm a very nervous, social anxiety, shy person, but I'm also very kind, and don't worry, like, definitely come up to me. It's a fun time. It's a fun time. But yeah, okay, so I'm gonna end this video. It gives me time to like talk to you guys more, because my vlogs have been very like just like one-sided lately, and I think it's fun to like communicate with you guys, especially things that you guys are curious.
Well, guys, that was the end of that. So let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about this video, and definitely touch on points that I might have missed, because your girl's mind, I done took a melatonin gummy trying to do this, and yeah. Anyway, so definitely leave a comment. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you like my content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.